What's going on, guys? Back here with another video today, and in today's video we're gonna do something a little different, a little outside of our comfort zone because we've never done it before. But we are gonna do a review style video of this 2019 Mustang 2.3 liter EcoBoost. Basically, my wife's car is at the dealer for repairs, just little simple things that we're not quite happy with, so we're getting that repaired under warranty. And in the meantime, they gave us this guy to drive around. We've been driving it for the past week. I've been pretty impressed, so I figured why not make a video out of it. Something new to drive, something to just take you guys along and show you what it's about and what it can do. And I've been really impressed. Been driving it over the last week, and it's a really cool car. It's actually pretty quick for what it is. So figured why not, let's make a video about it. I'm gonna try not to be as wordy and factual as some other reviewers. You know, just take you along for a ride and show you what it can do, go on a couple tears and do some pulls and show you some of the options it comes with that I found was pretty cool. So I actually really like the appearance of this car, especially the front end. It looks really nice, pretty aggressive. Not a real big fan of the rear end. I don't know why. To me it just looks meh, but overall it's really not a bad looking car. I was really determined to not like it, but I ended up really liking the car. The inside is pretty nice, actually. Contrary to the stigma of the whole Ford has not so good interiors, this interior is actually not bad. I mean, it's not quite high end either, but I mean, for the price, it's really not a bad interior. I really like what they did with this. It's probably plastic, but it's made to resemble like brushed aluminum. It's just something different, looks pretty cool. I actually really like these toggle switches too, and I'll go over that in a minute, show you all the different modes and whatnot, but it's a pretty nice interior. The seats actually are really comfortable, and they make you feel like they kind of fit around you. They feel really good to sit in. I actually really like the seats. But all right, so let's go ahead and start her up. And we'll go through some of the menus and the options it has. It's got a couple cool things that I really like. Straighten out the wheel a little bit. So we'll start over here with these little toggle switches. I love these toggle switches. They're really cool. And I don't know, I like them. They're pretty neat. So first toggle switch is your modes. And when you toggle that up, you can cycle through drive mode, sport plus, track mode, drag strip mode, or snow and wet mode, which is pretty cool. I normally do the sport plus when I'm driving around, and then if I'm going to do like a pull from a dig or something, do the drag strip mode. You can actually really feel the difference in the shifts and actually pull you back to your seat, and I've chirped second and third in drag race mode, so it's pretty cool. It's almost like putting the valve body in the Lightning, same thing, a shift kick kind of deal. But it's pretty cool how they can do that just in the tune now with different modes. It's pretty neat. So we'll go to the second switch, and that's your steering modes. And it has, we'll start with normal mode, sport steering, and then comfort steering. I always keep it in sport. Really tight, stiff feeling of the wheel. So I like that. And then this is your traction control, on or off. So obviously keep that off. Hazards, don't really need those unless you want to do ricer flybys, which is cool, I guess. But got all your AC controls, of course. I really haven't done anything with the nav or anything like that. The wife can probably tell you more about that than I can. So I've only done the performance stuff, the different modes. Then it's got onboard gauges you can do. We'll go back to the main menu. So you got gauge mode there. It's got, you can do boost gauge, your different temperatures, all kinds of different little gauges you can display to keep an eye on things, digital speedometer, tire pressures, blah 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 blah. I normally just keep it in boost. and this thing makes about 20 pounds of boost, which I found to be pretty impressive. Guess it's a small turbo, so, but get your trip and fuel, all that crap, driver assist, settings. It's got some pretty cool track apps, actually. All kinds of, you got your acceleration timer, you can time 0 to 30, 0 to 60, 0 to 100, quarter, eighth mile, all that stuff. It's pretty cool. You can do automatic start, which it'll basically start whenever you go, or it'll count down for you. Brake performance, I really don't know anything about that. I guess it's just how quick you can stop from 60 to 0, and it times that. Haven't really done it because that's stupid. You don't need brakes to go fast, so that's lame. Line lock, haven't really messed with it. I mean, I assume it's just like any other line lock, locks up the front tire so you can do a big old smoky burnout. Lap timer, haven't really messed with it, and then you can clear all your results and whatnot because it will store everything you've done. You can look at all your different records and whatnot and then clear them. But it is pretty cool how it comes with the onboard acceleration timers, that way you don't need to use like a Draggy or any of those acceleration apps. It comes right on board on the car, so pretty neat. Haven't really been able to achieve what these things are supposed to do. If I remember correctly, when I looked it up, it was like 13.7 or 13.8, basically high 13s in the quarter. I've been able to get like 14.5, 14.6, but that's because I haven't really figured out how to launch this thing. I'm not sure you can launch this thing without it. It kind of has like a lag at first, and it might be in the tune. I'm thinking it's in the tune, but it does lag at first for like first second until it finally kicks in and starts going. It's kind of weird, but I'll show you guys all that. Alright, so now all that's out of the way, moving over the different performance menus and whatnot and doohickeys and all that shit, we're going to go ahead and go for a drive. Drop it down into S for sport. Go ahead and do our different modes, make sure we're still where we want to be. Sport plus, sport steering, traction control off, good to go. I like to have the boost gauge up. I don't know why, just whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the GoPro somewhere. We can get some good footage, and we'll go on a little drive and show you what this thing can do. I got it in Sport Plus, and basically when you're driving around in Sport or Sport Plus mode, it'll keep your RPMs pretty high before shifting. That way you're always in the power band. And it's really effective at doing it because you are always in the power band. You can hit it from just about any mile an hour, and it's just gonna go. Like right now we're doing 25, we'll hit it. It's just instant. Power's there. Keeps you right there in the power range. And you can see when we let off, it's still, the RPMs are still pretty high. So obviously you don't want to drive around like this all the time. But I mean, if you know you're going to do some spirited driving, or if you're looking for someone to troll or someone to race, have it in Sport Plus, that way you are always ready. And it keeps your RPMs right there where you want them in the power band. But yeah, I mean, this thing, any mile an hour you want, and it'll just go. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit. Let's do a 10 roll. There we go. Should be good. Hit it. Whew. Really impressed with this car. It is fast. I'm sure the camera is doing it zero justice. I'm sure it just looks extremely unimpressive on the camera, but in person, I mean, it really puts you in your seat, and the shifts are smooth. I mean, there's no point to where your body stops being pushed back. You're like, you know, in a traditional gearbox car, in between gears, sometimes you'll kind of go forward a little bit, then back into your seat, and then you kind of drift forward, then back into your seat in between shifts. This car, I mean, it's just constantly pulling. Really impressed. Yeah, super smooth power band, keeps you in your seat all the time. We're gonna go down here, pop a little U-turn in the parking lot, and then I'll put it into drag race mode. We'll do a couple of hits from a dig. So drag mode, keep it in S, should be good. We're gonna wait for this car, see what he's doing first. really don't want to. Here we go. Looks like they both turned off, so we should be good. I like to foot brake with my left foot and bring up the RPMs a little bit to kind of help reduce the lag, but you're going to see when I take off there is still an initial lag before it actually goes. I'm sure that's in the tune, but we'll go ahead and bring up the RPMs a little bit. Feels really good. Really sucks in your seat. I don't know if you noticed that initial lag. I'm sure it can be overcome with an aftermarket tune, obviously. Really heard tunes wake these up, and I'm sure that's a lot of the problem is the initial launch. These things don't have any kind of launch control. Like some of the GTs have a launch control where you can go in and set your launch RPM, and you mash the gas and it'll bring it up to the RPM you set, and then you go. These don't have that for some reason, and I'm not sure why they wouldn't include that in there, especially with a boosted motor. You want to come up on boost before you launch, so you're launching in power. And I'm not sure why they did not include those with these cars. I mean, unless I just don't know what I'm doing and it's somewhere in the menus I haven't found yet. So I'm not sure it has it. If it does, let me know if I'm an idiot in the comments below, and maybe we can all learn from it. But I would think they should have put launch control in this car. Like I said, boosted motors, you want to come up on boost a little bit, leave in the power. But I mean, it's still fast. It's no doubt about it. It's still an impressive car. It's a lot of fun. Mark second, Mark third. Woo, feels good. Man, that feels good. Gets to 100 so quick. Hopefully the camera does it some kind of justice. I'm not sure if it does or not. I'm not sure how this is going to come out or look on camera. But I mean, in person, it's pretty impressive. I'm really happy with this car. If I were to think about buying a new car, I wouldn't hesitate to keep this in one of the options. I mean, it's a nice car. I like it. Hopefully you guys like it. If you do, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Make sure it highlights blue, showing that you like the video. If you haven't already, go down there and click subscribe and subscribe to our channel. Do all kinds of automotive and car related stuff. Mostly our fully built Lightning build. That's kind of the focus of the channel, but we're going to start getting into more stuff and broadening our horizons, I guess you could say. I'd like to maybe do more car reviews. If you guys liked it, let me know in the comments. Like I said, this is my first car review, so it might be a little awkward, might be a little weird, whatever. But I mean, if you guys like them, maybe I can do more of them and come into that and get better at them, and who knows, we'll see where it goes. But yeah, make sure you smash that thumbs up, hit subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment, let me know what you think of everything, and we'll see you guys next time.